What's going on, guys? Gamer Dude back once again, and today I am bringing you some Marvel's Avengers. So, before we begin, as you guys know, if you are new to the channel or a returning viewer, please make sure you smash that like button, and if you are new, drop me a subscribe because it would just be your good deed of the day. And if you are new and subscribing, I do try to view any content you may be producing because it's just nice on my part. You know, if you're going to come over and watch my stuff, I should return the favor. So then, moving on. I've decided to revisit Marvel's Avengers because I gave it a wide berth after Spider-Man dropped. And I gave it that wide berth because after I'd leveled him up and done everything I could with him, all his little mission chains that they added, it was a bad case of there was nothing really that the game had to offer. You know, it was a bad case of, well, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that, there's nothing more. And they just kept putting in events that had already been done. It's like there was nothing new, there was nothing appealing for me to play it with. So since I've given it that wide berth, there's been a couple of updates since then. They've added all that Nick Fury stuff, which is there. They've added a new update today, which brings in some extra chances to get exotics above your power level, other than playing the Claw Raid or the OLT, which really can't be played all that well if your friends have all ditched the game. So you have to play it with randoms, and all the randoms are just going to ditch out halfway through playing it, which is the usual case and the problem I was having, and another reason why I quit the game. But in coming back to it, I can see that they've really tried to make an effort with all these new mission chains. And this is going to be a recurring thing. It's not just with this one event. So right now, it's the Tachyon Anomaly event. Not my favourite event because the missions are timed, but it offers a challenge, which I like. But when they add in new missions as well, or new event chains, they will also be added, and they will give you a chance to earn that exotic gear, which is above the power level you currently have. So say that for me is at 144, I'll get another exotic at 144, and I can keep that or upgrade it if I want to. Which is great, because the only other way to get those powers before was through the OLT and the Claw Raid, and like I said, with all my friends ditching the game, I've got to play it with randoms, and that's not really something I like to do because they all dip out as soon as someone goes down. But I can really see they've tried to make an effort. You know, they've tried to bring new life into the game, which I think is going to be a test in the lead up to Jane Foster's release as Thor. We all know they're dropping Jane Foster's Thor because of Thor Love and Thunder. And as you guys may or may not know, the game has recently undergone a bit of a change. The game's IP has actually been sold off. Square Enix just sold it. They were like, meh, it's not earning us anything. And they did lose a significant amount of money on this and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm over here, if you want to chat.
Actually, let's take a look at the war table. Let's see what's new. Because I haven't done this for a while, so I'm kind of forgetting my way around these places. Okay, so it now tells you what power levels you need to be on these specific missions, which is great. Because before you had to hover over it just to know what power level you had to be. The Hostile Earth, I think that's a new one. Flashback mission. Oh, that's great. All the villain sectors now appear on the war table. But again, they're all just reskins. Look at that. Abomination. Oh, look. Abomination. Taskmaster. A flying airship. A giant robot. A giant robot. A flying airship. See, they really haven't added in all the extra things that they were promising, like a MODOK villain sector, for example, or just any other villains to fight other than Taskmaster, Abomination, or a giant robot. That's it. That's all we've had since launch, and it's over 2 years now. So people are getting a little bit tired of fighting the same boss. I know I was. That's one of the reasons why I quit. But one thing I would like to mention is these Thor mission chains. I had high hopes for these when I first started playing the game because it gave us it gave us like a hint that Loki was going to be added to the game because Loki was impersonating Thor in these missions, and Thor realized it was Loki after destroying that sort of makeshift Bifrost thing that he was making up, and then that was it. We heard nothing more from it, and that was 2 years ago. So it's like, well, why have you left us with a half-baked story that's gone nowhere? Why haven't you updated this story? And I think it's just because they moved on from it. You know, they thought people wouldn't notice, but we did. So yeah, there's that. I really like Wakanda as a region. Wakanda is probably my favorite region. Oh, good. It looks like they finally fixed the helicarrier's harm rooms. They're all now appearing, which is great. OLT. That looks like a new reward. No, it was just fragments. Okay, fair enough. Inhuman condition, again at the end of that. Robot. All right, so we got all these new villain sectors in the Future Wastelands. We've got the Elite Days of Anger, which is just a reskin. Another Taskmaster one, because we all love fighting Taskmaster. I mean, that one is just basically a copy and paste. It's the same map and the same boss battle area as Maestro. It's just with Taskmaster instead of Maestro. That's a new one from what I can tell. Yeah, there's a bunch of new ones, which is actually really cool. The Ewan funeral, I'm guessing that's the priority mission for this week to get the exotic. Again, Abomination and Taskmaster. I'm really sick of fighting those guys. It's a Tachyon mission. So for the sake of today, I'm just going to be trying a mission where I don't have to join it with other players. I'm just going to do it with a strike team of my own. Because the way the PlayStation 5 set up with these voice chats is, I wouldn't just be talking to you, my community, I'd be talking to everybody that's in the strike team. And it'd be quite annoying, you know, with me talking over it on their screen. And you know they might not consent to being on the internet. They might not consent to having their usernames on the internet. So I don't like to do that. I'm respectful and considerate, unlike most other live streamers. You know, if I'm in a group with randoms and I'm going to be live streaming and it's going to be them, I will tell them. You know, I will message each of them and say, I'm doing a live stream, your name's going to be on my channel, is that alright? And if one of them says no, I'll just dip out and try again. Or the nifty new feature I can do in this game is kick them out. And just kick them out of the mission and be like, well, I'm doing it anyway, so screw you. Okay, yeah. What do I want to do then? What can I start with, really? Because there's a bunch of new stuff. The Friendly Neighborhood chain, so I'm guessing that's Spider-Man. Ah, Another one with drop zones. I don't like doing drop zones. They're too quick, too easy. Also, this one's forcing you to do harm rooms as well. Okay. Complete a hive. Faction missions. Complete a threat sector. See, usually before before this new update, I didn't like completing the vaults because that would mean I had to go out and look for the vault coordinates again. But now, even if you complete the vault, it stays put. Villain sector. What's this one? Ah. See, the new updates for this game are heavily based on having other players with you. Alright, so it's just complete a threat sector, so we'll do this one. The whole point of this live stream is actually to see if the game's worth playing. Because I've seen a lot of bugs and glitches posted on forums and on YouTube, and it's just like, well, meh. You know, I don't really want to play this anymore then.
Greetings, Avengers.
That is not distracting my chose, but whatever.
You and your SHIELD allies will no doubt find interesting.
Yeah, well, enough of that.
There are many battlefields in the future wastelands with the remains of fallen Kree giants. I'm positive.
Yes, Roy, you treacherous little worm. We all saw you steal the cosmic cube at the end of that mission chain. But we all knew as soon as we saw Roy that it was going to be Ultron.
There is a Kree signal nearby. Coordinates have been transmitted.
I've not played this in a while, so you'll have to bear with me if I forget where everything is and how to do everything and where to go.
Hit him hard and fast. Is that all you got?
It looks like they've changed the interface as well. It does feel a bit smoother to play. Oh, that's the suit I'm wearing for Cap looks amazing. You gotta love how they did commit to the cosmetics in this game. I know they had too many cosmetics as opposed to updates, but
The location should be just
it looks really good because they even changed Cap's shield. See, when I used to play this game, it was all about brawling and having the best skills. You know, the best superpower, the best strength on the superpower. But then I realised you really needed to work on your defense. I was just sick of going down all the time. And you know, I'm on a couple of forums for the Avengers game, and whenever I post my character stats, they're like, "Whoa, dude, your defense sucks. Your defense is too low."
Should have brought a first aid kit.
It's the kind of game where if you've just bought it and just started playing it, it's really fun. But then if you've played through it, the whole lot of it, you're just like, man, I can't be bothered now. Even to the point where it comes to upgrading all your characters, you're just like, I can't be bothered. It just means replaying everything that you've already done. Bonus, I suppose. It's actually a double resource weekend, so there's that.
Let's do this right.
Hate these drones. It's so easy to take down as Cap, though. If you do it right and you do it quick, it's actually quite easy. I do like how the challenges are progressing for this one mission, and you're not having to do missions on particular sectors. Usually with these types of events, you have to do it with each character. So it'll be like, oh, you've got to do this as Hulk, you've got to do this as Cap, you've got to do this as Spider-Man. But it seems like they've removed that for this particular one. That's all of them. I seem to remember that being a little bit harder. You know, it's just me being a fanboy at this moment in time, but I do hope with the MCU diving into the multiverse that we see something from these characters or this type of story in the multiverse.
This Kree giant appears to have been defeated by shield weaponry. Defeating them through conventional methods may be more likely than expected. I'm receiving a Kree signal. The source should be close to your location.
I gotta get my shinies first. Gotta get my shiny hunting on.
They never learn.
I do think they need to increase the amount of items you can have stored in your personal inventory, though.
Avengers, we got this.
Just a kick in the face defeat there. Oh, comic book, that's always good to have. See, a lot of the time with this, I don't even get to fight because my NPC companions are just... I've just got them up too powerful. Like with Captain America, I have him focused on his valor and his strength and his throwing. You know, his throwing skills or precision. You know, range damage. That's it. I couldn't find the word for a second there. Hell no. No, that's useless. Also useless. See, it's still falling into the same trap as it was before, though. When you open chests and pick up gear off defeated enemies, it's still giving you 140 gear. It's not giving you gear comparable to the gear that you've got equipped. It would be better if, when you open chests, say if you had all your stats at 142, it would give you a gear piece at 142. But I guess that's just wishful thinking, and too much to hope for at this point in time. The game has really fallen short of its expectations. I mean, when I first started playing it, I couldn't get enough of it. I played it every day, and my friends could attest to that they were annoyed with how much I was playing it. You know, I think I remember at one point I was supposed to go out for a meal with my family, and yeah, I actually didn't because I lost track of the time because I was playing this. And when I looked at my phone, I had like 50 text messages like, "Where are you? What are you getting here?" I was like, "Oops." But that was when it first came out, and it was just a big thrill for me. I think now at this point it'd be like, well, okay, my phone's gone off. I'd be willing to put the controller down and pause it.
Aim unit spotted. Hit him hard and fast. We've got the advantage.
Oh, in the back. Dick move. So like I said, the whole point of this live stream is to find out if the game's actually worth coming back to, or if it's worth playing for new players or returning players. I'm sick of getting electrocuted. Yeah, that cosmic charge stuff has always been annoying, and I think that's never going to go away. But do stay tuned to the channel if you're watching now or in the future, because I'm coming back later with a Gran Turismo 7 live stream, because that also received an update today.
Avengers!
And Gran Turismo 7 is another game that's really fallen short of its expectations. Like, yeah, it went back to its roots like everybody wanted, but unfortunately, all of those roots were locked behind a critical paywall. I do love playing as Captain America. He's quite an underrated character sometimes. I just think on this game it kind of failed to meet expectations, like all the characters did really. But I quite enjoyed it because it gave us a character that Marvel hasn't really expressed any interest in until the new series. And that is Miss Marvel, of course.
Trouble here. I'm here. Trouble here. Thanks for the assist.
Well, that was a pain in the ass. In the face.
These fallen sentries are fitted with auto-repair functions and capable of light speed.
Oh yeah, the Avengers don't kill. I'm sure getting hit with a vibranium shield, the strongest metal on Earth, in the face, isn't going to break somebody's face and potentially give them brain damage or kill them.
They won't know what hit them.
One character I would love to see added to this game in particular is Doctor Strange. I'd love to see what they'd be able to do with him.
Now you've done it.
I really thought we'd get Doctor Strange added to the game when Multiverse of Madness came out, but unfortunately we didn't.
Take a load off.
Damn it, I was about to take down that guy. See, that's the problem. I've got them all so strong that I can't even perform takedowns, because by the time I go to do the takedown, someone else has taken them down.
Keep your head.
That's the only time I can get a takedown. When they pop out of the ground. Like daisies. I do enjoy things in a post-apocalyptic world.
I'm detecting a large
And I wish they'd done more with this post-apocalyptic world. But instead, all we got was Taskmaster and basically another Abomination fight. Because Maestro, yeah, he's a variant of Hulk in the future, but he's essentially just Abomination. It's just a reskin. That'd be like Captain America fighting that Colonel America or whatever his name is. US Agent, that's it, not Colonel America. What am I saying? Get your law right, gamer dude. You claim to be a fan and you get that wrong. Shameful.
records indicate these giants were constructed
And
over
that is done.
2,000 years ago. This data is extremely valuable. Great work, Avengers.
I've always wanted to go over there, to be honest, and see what was over there. Like, explore the ruined city. But you can't. Alright, so at least it looks like they've updated the number of resources that you get, which is great. But again, it's another 140 piece.
Continued support.
It's a good 140 piece, actually. Don't need that. Anything purple, it's not really worth having when you've got exotics equipped. I'll keep hold of it. I'll keep hold of it, but I probably won't equip it yet. Alright, let's see how far we got on these events. Light or heavy combo enders, so we did all that. Critical intrinsic takedowns. Ranged attacks. See, that's why I went with Captain America, because he's, other than Hawkeye, he's the best to get with ranged attacks. Well, unless you count Iron Man, but Iron Man runs out of energy too quick. Daily mission. Complete a Tachyon anomaly event with 2 of the same hero. So I'll do that one a little bit later. I don't want to do that one while I'm streaming. And I don't plan to be streaming much longer on this one because I just wanted to see if the game was actually worth playing. So, who do we want to play as now? Let's go with Thor because I need to upgrade Thor's defense because he's non-existent. His defense is just non-existent. I focused all of Thor's strength, all of Thor's stats on his valor, and I think I need to bring that down. What I wanted with Thor was a powerful character, you know, one that I wouldn't need any defense with because he'd just brutally annihilate everything. But with the amount of enemies that gang up on you on these maps, it is difficult because you'll just go down, especially in a boss fight. You've got 3 champion points, but nothing worth upgrading yet. Actually, I suppose you could use Thor for the ranged attacks if you really wanted to. I'm going to do this one because I want to see if they've actually fixed it, because the last time I played it, there was no audio. Turn off matchmaking. I don't know why it automatically wants to enable matchmaking every time now. You go to disable it and it just automatically enables
up for
it.
some time travel? Boy, is that a sentence I never thought I'd throw around casually. But listen, Agent Morales has been getting distress signals from S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in the future, but the call signals match a team that she was in charge of years ago. Morales wants us to look into it, but she says we've got to be cautious. That old S.H.I.E.L.D. team happens to be the one our friend Taskmaster betrayed back in the day. It could just be a team using an old channel, or it could be a trap.
I'm gonna go with trap.
Getting deja vu, or is it just me? Get it? No need to laugh. I know you did one of those hard-nosed
It's the
exhales.
same location. It's the same map. They could have been creative and put it in a different area of the future wastelands, but they didn't. It's the same map as Maestro. They were just lazy and reprogrammed Maestro with Taskmaster. Even all the gears in the same place.
On time, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Guess Morales had a good hunch. How's the future treating you, Masters?
Well, why don't you come and see? We have so much to catch up on.
Well, that's not menacing at all.
We shall triumph over all.
a while since I've smacked anything up as Thor. I don't really play as Thor that much anymore because, well, I've got him more as a support character. And as you can tell from one single hit, yeah, his defense is really low. But I wanted to create Thor as a brawling character, so, you know, he wouldn't go down because he's got so much strength, but
filed a request for backup.
that didn't work so well.
Take them out!
I'm surprised I even remember how to use him. No. No touchy. I mean, I will admit, it's actually really fun to be playing the game again, but it just brings back the memories of why I stopped playing, because it's all identical, it's all the same. Damn it.
Down! On your feet!
What the hell am I doing? Wow, that's been nerfed. It really does actually feel like Thor's being nerfed. Quite a lot.
Thanks, pal. Power of thunder!
Why is there a random beam of light attacking there? Hulk, will you move out of the way?
Hey, Masters!
Boom, got him.
Why don't you come out of hiding and teach your men a few things?
Careful what you wish for, S.H.I.E.L.D. You took everything from me that day.
You mean when you betrayed S.H.I.E.L.D. for a paycheck?
Morales fed you lies.
I'm not buying that, Masters.
I noticed the noise of his flight isn't there anymore. It used to be like a windy sound when he was flying. Wow. I really do need to work on false defense.
You're not getting up anytime soon.
S.H.I.E.L.D. would be so proud.
They are, thanks. This one's out for the count.
Don't have
I'll
any
play a
downs
little game.
left.
Let's say S.H.I.E.L.D. betrayed you instead of the other way around. Why bring the Avengers here?
My team was made of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s best operatives before they ordered our removal. It only seems fitting to return the favor.
I think you're the one being lied to.
Thor really does feel nerfed. I don't know if it's just me, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I made his attacks and his strength really powerful, and it just feels like it's been nerfed. Owie. And we're dead.
Alright, I'll play your little game. Let's say S.H.I.E.L.D. betrayed you instead of the other way around. Why bring the Avengers here?
My team was made of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm a little bit rusty. No, I haven't played it in a couple of months.
It only seems
I haven't
fitting
seen the need to play it.
I think you're the...
You have your orders. Take them down.
And I'm still not really seeing
I think you're the one being lied to.
a big need to play it. 'Cause all the missions, they're still the same.
Don't know how many more hits I can take.
Yeah, no touchy.
Thor is down.
One zap.
I'm not a doctor, but you're in no position to be picky. Thank you.
Stay down. Always hated these shielded guys. Pun absolutely intended because, you know, shield. Oh, that was rude.
Got him in one!
Useless. You're all useless.
It really does feel nerfed. It feels like I'm doing no damage at all.
Hit it through your thick skull, Masters! This isn't how you get payback!
This is the Storm Morales
You're
told us about.
letting them win.
What about Maestro? Does he know you're doing all this?
Maestro is the one who told me the truth. Filled in the blanks and missing pieces.
A ringing endorsement. So, Taskmaster forgets about how the whole S.H.I.E.L.D. betrayal worked, and Maestro filled in the gaps by blaming Morales for the whole thing. Now he wants to rip S.H.I.E.L.D. apart. We gotta stop him.
It doesn't really make much sense, all this, though, because Maestro can't exist without Banner. Banner is Hulk. You know, Hulk comes from Banner, so if Banner's dead, how is Maestro alive?
He told me you would try to talk me down. Try to convince me that my memories weren't real.
It doesn't have to be like this. Maestro lied to you. S.H.I.E.L.D. never betrayed you or your team.
Shield!
And I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way.
Wow, Taskmaster does not like Spider-Man.
You just made my Christmas cards.
That should have done way more damage than that. What's going on?
Okay, might need a minute. Or 10. I'm in some trouble here.
Stay down.
Just a flesh wound. Thanks much.
He's doing no damage. Ah. Should I just stay out of the way and let them take care of it?
Really use some cover.
Did he just deflect Mjolnir? He did! He deflected it! This is getting freakishly annoying.
Hey, thanks.
Ah, damn it.
Try to talk me down. Try to convince me that my memory...
Was that raining lightning bolts? Owie. Owie.
Your knight in high-tech armor is here.
Bless you.
I love how I'm smacking him with Mjolnir and he was just there like nothing was happening. Stop getting in the way!
I'm in some trouble here.
It's usually why I like to do these with other players on the strike team. Because, you know, they might have someone who's just a wee bit more powerful than me.
Avengers, I said. Blood.
You're good now.
Thought I wasn't bothering you.
Wait, Taskmaster has flame powers now? No backsies. Come on. Go down. Ah, not me.
Great news. Now you can get up and take more meetings.
Aid has arrived.
No, for you it's not.
Well, you big time for this. Just not monetarily.
Now will you listen?
Hey.
You were lied to, but you're not a lost cause. We can help you start over.
And become a dog for S.H.I.E.L.D. to throw away again? I don't think so. I'd rather die than join the likes of you.
But yeah, I can see that's identical to the Maestro mission. There's no changes to that whatsoever. Hi, you Albert. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it, dude.
Taskmaster's amnesia get that complicated.
I'm going to go with
Kind
meh.
of feel bad.
I mean,
Not for kicking
yeah,
his
they've
ass.
added all these
He totally
new
deserved that.
challenges
But
to
he
do,
gotta play like a fiddle.
and
but feel
for
for the
each
guy.
event that they keep adding, these challenges are
I
going
don't
to be
think we'll ever
there.
get through to him.
All
Who
it does
knows?
really is
Maybe
give
there's hope
you
for Anthony Masters.
exotic gear. But from what I can tell, because I've already completed one of them, from what I can tell, the exotic gear doesn't go above 140. So there's still only two ways that you can get 140 gear, 140 or above gear, sorry, and that's the OLT and the Claw Raid. I mean, I don't know yet. I don't know if that's true for all of them, but looking at the reward, it does say hero power level 120 or above. So it could mean that it goes above 140, but who knows? But yeah, I'm going to go with meh on the update. You know, they haven't really added any new missions, no new content. It's all the same, and it's one of the reasons I stopped playing it. See, my whole reason for doing this live stream was actually to see if the game was worthy of coming back to. But it seems like all the upgrades, or all the updates, sorry, are now based upon new players. They're not really aimed at returning players. Yeah, I was thinking the same when it came to the gear, but I was kind of hoping that they upgraded it in the missions as well. When you open certain boxes, like say I've got 142 piece here, that a 142 piece would come out, but no, it's still dropping 140 pieces. I really need to work on Thor's defense. His defense is crap. Well, for me, when I first started playing the game, I absolutely loved it. So all the original characters, so Cap, Thor, Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Iron Man and Black Widow, I all got them to 150 and level 50. But after that, when they started adding in all the extra upgrades, like getting above power level 150, I couldn't really be bothered because I liked my heroes the way they were, and playing those new missions to get the higher gear it's a joke because all my friends have ditched the game now. They don't see a point in playing it. So I've got to play the OLT or the claw raid with randoms. And you know what randoms are like. They dip out. If someone goes down too many times, they'll dip out, and then everybody dips out because somebody's dipped out. But as you can tell from my power levels, I didn't really bother much with the claw raid or the OLT. I was quite happy with the stats that I had. I mean, look at that. I've got Iron Man's precision to nearly 500. And I've been on forums for the game, and people have said that's really impressive. People have obviously got it higher, but I think that's quite impressive. Exactly. It is best at this point to play the game solo, but for those particular missions, unfortunately, you have to play it with other people to get the higher level gear. And I really think they tried with this update to give you the opportunity to get the higher level gear. Like, say, I'm 144 for everything with Iron Man. So, say, completing that one, maybe that'll give me a 144 piece of gear for Iron Man. I really don't know because I haven't done it yet. Yeah, that's one thing I was really disappointed with when I first started playing the game. I was thinking that like a repulsor for Iron Man would have changed the color of his gauntlet or the look of his gauntlet, but unfortunately, it seems they just decided to focus on the marketplace for the look of your character, the cosmetics, and all the skins and everything. And as we know, like most games with add-ons and DLCs, it's all locked behind a paywall. All the credit where credit's due, at least the hero DLCs and the end game mission content, that's all free. A lot of companies don't do that. With end game content, you've got to say take Train Simulator for example. If you want to play the next part of that game, you've got to pay for that update. You've got to pay for that DLC. But with this one, at least it's free. I don't know why that one gives you the Darkhold, because I've already got the Darkhold. At least I think I've got the Darkhold. Yeah, I've already got the Darkhold, so why would I want it again? But it just goes to show how long since I've played it, because I've still got that Nick Fury chain to do, and that was added shortly after Spider-Man. But after Spider-Man dropped, I got him up to his 150. I got him up to his level 50. Did a couple of OLTs, and it was a bad case of meh. I just got bored because it was all the same. All the maps are the same. They're just reskinned. The only difference to the maps really is Wakanda, and Wakanda is my favorite region because they're all different. I do agree. Overall, it is a decent game, and it does, or rather, it did have a lot of potential. And I think what they tried to do was make it a modern day Ultimate Alliance, and it fell short because, in my opinion, Ultimate Alliance, that first game they did with the Avengers roster, and you can play as any of them, it was the best Marvel storyline in a video game ever created. I love that game, and when the new PlayStation Plus drops, I really hope they put Ultimate Alliance in there because I will be downloading it. I will be playing that game again. It was a great game. But if you didn't know already, I, you Albert, or anyone else watching now or in the future, Square Enix have actually sold off the Avengers IP because reasons unfathomable, and I've gone into detail with it in another video somewhere. They sold off the IP to it, and Avengers, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy, lost Square Enix about $53 billion. And that's a big investment to lose. So I really do believe that after Jane Foster drops, the new owners of the game's IP are gonna just drop it. They're gonna pull the plug. I mean, Jane Foster has thought it's a sure thing, it's guaranteed, it's been promised, but nothing after that. So I really do think they're going to pull the plug after that. And I have been saying for a while, I thought after Spider-Man dropped that was going to be it. But then they said, oh, well, Jane's coming. So it's like, oh, well, it's the same character. Yeah, exactly. Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 were brilliant. I didn't play Ultimate Alliance 3 because it was exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, and that to me was the letdown, that it was exclusive to the Switch. It's like, well, that's forcing people to buy a console that they may not want. I know that happens a lot with console exclusives, but it's a bad case of why force people to have a console exclusive game. Like, take God of War or Gran Turismo, for example. They're PlayStation exclusives. Well, I know God of War's on PC now, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's like this whole locked behind console exclusive thing. It's just, it needs to go, basically. They need to stop doing it. They need to allow everybody to enjoy these games. Oh, I did quite well with Hulk. He's got good defense. He's got no resilience, though. I need to work on that. I would have to say my favourite character and the one I use most is Captain America. I love the cosmetics that they added for him. I love how accurate they all are to the comics and to the history of Captain America. Not to mention the MCU skins, they're fantastic. I love his ranged attacks with his shield, how you can throw it, make it come back, and then kick it back out again straight away. I love his brawler attack. Just everything about Captain America I've always enjoyed in this game. I think out of all the characters, they got him right. How about you? Who's your favourite? And to anybody watching in the future, feel free to drop in the comments who your favourite character is. Because, you know, some people will be like, oh, well, it's Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man's not on the Xbox. So Xbox people don't know if he'd be their favourite character. I see, but Black Widow, I never really played as Black Widow that much. I played as her through the story because when she was unlocked, it's like, oh, new character, yay, let's play. And then when it came to the end game stuff, I played as her now and again just to get her up to level 50 and power 150. But after that, I stopped. As for Kate Bishop, when Kate Bishop dropped, it was a bad case of, well, it's just a Hawkeye reskin. I don't really want to play as the same character twice. Yes, she had different heroic attacks, but she's essentially the same. I mean, well, she can teleport, but she's essentially the same character. Yeah, let's do one more as Stark. Let's make it a good one. And really, thanks again for stopping in, IU Albert. Do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, do make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe. It would be super appreciated. And if you produce content of your own, I do try to stop by and view all of my community's content, because it's only fair. You know, you view my content, so I should come and view yours. Which one? I think I will do that one. But I was saying this earlier through the live stream. All of the villain sectors are identical. You know, it's all Taskmaster and Abomination. Yes, I'm running this on the PS5, so that's why it will seem a little bit quicker. Yeah, as I was saying, all the villain sectors, that Abomination and Taskmaster, the only differences we have are they're in different areas.
So,
I mean, we do have the Scientist Supreme, of course, but where's the MODOK villain sector they promised so long ago? Hell, where's the cloning labs that they promised? All this stuff that they promised, and it's never come. And, you know, with the IPs being sold off, that gives Square Enix time to work on the new Tomb Raider series that's just been announced. Who knows what the new IP is going to do with it? Oh yeah, I'm not going to deny that. It is absolutely beautiful on the PS5. The haptic feedback on the controls as well, it's beautiful.
you picked the wrong shift.
Like, you see me firing Iron Man's lasers, I can feel it on the R2 button pressing back against it. You know, the force pushing back. I won't deny that they upgraded the game significantly when it came to the PS5 edition. But they didn't really add anything new in terms of content for the PS5 edition, which is a bit of a letdown, a bit disappointing.
The guard post is unaware of our presence in the area, but the path to the entrance is very narrow.
YouTube doesn't really reflect the full effect of the game's graphics on PS5, because this runs in 4K, Full HD, 1080p, but YouTube doesn't broadcast on those frequencies, on those levels, so it's a bit trickier. I'm not really seeing any big changes in the game for this update. It just feels the same.
An enemy is down. Another enemy defeated. Excellent. Another agent down. The team are no longer a threat.
Okay, folks, the short of it is, because the gamma process mutates DNA, the Abomination clone we're looking for was never human in the first place.
Love this Iron Man skin.
All monster.
The suits in the MCU for Iron Man are glorious, don't get me wrong. They did great with the special effects on the suits. but my favourite suit of all time throughout the whole Iron Man
Assault
series
team,
is the
do
first
not
one.
let them reach our asset.
Piece of cake. Or pie. Pie is good too.
I have not tried that yet. Might have to give that a go before I jump off. Because I can't stay on much longer because I've got to head off to work soon.
I can't see none of the mask.
Night shift, unfortunately. I hate working nights.
Party time.
And yeah, by the way, I'm British. That's why it's night for me.
These enemies must be defeated.
Don't worry. Enough for me to go around.
See, with Iron Man, I like switching between his attacks because I've got some as gamma power, I've got some as electric power, I've got some as freeze power.
Hey, Jarvis? Is there anything in AIM's database on how this clone might differ from the original?
Other than programmed obedience and
It's always great to give the enemies those debuffs.
sparse.
Because the debuffs cause damage along with your actual damage for your attack.
Hostiles!
Oh, Alaska. They're talking to me from way across the pond. I do enjoy playing as Iron Man because I've got his ranged attack so high that it just obliterates enemies in no time at all. The knockback for Iron Man's animation is just crazy. It takes him too long to get back up.
Thank you for participating in this experiment, Avengers.
Have they
I'm
added
sure the
damage
data
to the
I'm about to
suit?
gather will be
Looks like
most
it's been scratched
informative.
up, or is that
You're
just part of the
perfect.
skin?
You've only got one move, Doc, and it's never gonna work on the Avengers.
Well, look, you see the damage on the suit? Is that part of the skin, or have they added that? If you've got your gear above 140, it's not really worth going for the chests unless you're after units or comic books or anything like that. But the gear after you've upgraded from 140 is just ridiculous when you collect it anywhere else. Come on, keep him stuck in the corner. It's so much better when he's stuck in the corner. See, I've just hit him there with plasma damage and shrink damage. Owie. No touchy. We don't do touching. Nah, can't get me up here, can you?
The abomination clone is defeated. Well done, Avengers.
And that's why I worked on Iron Man's ranged attack.
Okay, sorry.
So I'll do a quick drop zone as the Hulk just to check out that movement speed that you mentioned, just to see if they have changed it.
Awesome job. It was a pleasure to watch you work. I was taking notes.
Then I am gonna have to
It's probably not
jump.
the last time we see one of AIM's clone nasties.
Do a Wakanda drop zone. Oh, now it disables the matchmaking.
Clone never learns his lesson, does he? Always popping back up where he should not.
Well, Black Panther should have been as quick as Cap in the first place, because technically Black Panther is essentially a super soldier. I know his powers are mystical as opposed to man-made, but
knows what. Sending you the location.
it's still essentially the same.
Would you take a look? There's a claw operative very close to you.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, Hulk's movement does feel a lot smoother actually.
There is a Nuke Zone village not far from here. They live off of the Kimoyo network by
His
choice.
movement feels smoother, he does feel a little bit quicker in terms of running. He does jump a little bit further, but he still jumps at the same height. Yeah, true. That is one thing. You know, having distance over the height is better because there's a height limitation in all the maps. If you go too high, flying as say Iron Man, for example, you will hit an invisible wall. So you don't want to be doing that as Hulk. I will say though, it does feel like he's been nerfed a little bit. I mentioned this with Thor earlier. It feels like all of their powers have been totally nerfed. I've got a pretty strong attack strength as Hulk, and it feels like he's doing next to no damage at all.
Another patrol down. When will they land? A group of our soldiers are being boxed in by Crowsmen. They need your help.
Yeah, he can definitely jump further.
More of Crowsmen ahead.
There's the knockback issue I mentioned earlier. Again? That knockback is just ridiculous. Always has been. When in doubt, just grab him and throw him off the edge. Yeah, that from what I can tell, that's still a recurring issue where you defeat an enemy, it knocks the gear off the map. Like those cargo runners, I had a big issue with those when they first added them because they always died in the most ridiculous of places, and usually it was right at the edge of a cliff. So all the gear would just fall off the edge of the cliff, and I wouldn't be able to collect it. When you don't have vibranium gear equipped for these vibranium dudes, you do no damage at all. Really? You're not gonna let me throw the dudes at you? I thought I had a really powerful wall, but it just seems like he's being nerfed. But he has no power at all now. I mean, I know I've said that before, but it's just too hard to miss.
Ooh, Wakandans and Avengers fighting side by side. It is quite the delightful sight.
Yeah, it looks like you were right about the movement speed. He seems to run a little bit faster. He definitely seems to jump further, not higher, but further. But bringing up my earlier problem,
Hey, you fought well.
it feels like
You
he's been
might even
nerfed,
deserve a break.
as well as Thor.
Not that Claw is likely to give you one. Just making sure you know you earned
But
one.
I have a super high Valor stat and a quite reasonably high Might stat, and it just feels like he's doing no damage at all. And then I know I've got buffs equipped, like, yeah, 25% increased damage from rage attacks, and it just doesn't seem like he's doing any damage. Oh yeah, no worries, dude. Thanks for the subscribe. I do appreciate it. I'll just return the favor. Like I said, if you're doing any videos, I do return the favor and view any content my community may be producing. It's only fair you view my content, so I should view yours. But yeah, that is it then. I am going to have to end this live stream because I have to jump off for work. So if you are new to the channel and are watching in the future, make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, just like my guy here, Albert. Do appreciate it, dude. And when I get home, I'm going to be uploading a video from Gran Turismo 7, because that just got an update today as well. It features some new cars and some new menus and some new missions and new tracks. So I'm looking forward to playing through that. And stay tuned on Sunday as well for my Walking Dead series. It's been a recurring series that I've been trying to finish for over 2 years now, but I never got around to it because my Walking Dead disc crapped out on me on the PS4. It wasn't until I got the PS5 that I managed to replace it and continue that stream. So if you like The Walking Dead, please make sure to watch that. It's one of my ongoing series. The community seems to like it. I like doing it. I like presenting it. So if you're into that, please do stop by. So yeah, that being said then, thanks again, you guys, for stopping in and watching. I do appreciate it. This has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming. And I shall catch y'all in the next one, guys.